I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It is already 2 o'clock here, and this is the first time I'm turning on the camera. And usually I turn on the camera way before that. I've already edited a whole bunch today, about 6 hours of editing, and I am toast. But guess what we get to do today?
Work.
We get to go around and write down all the stuff we need for lighting in here. We are going to move forward on doing all the lighting fixtures in this property. We're gonna go ahead and do everything on this house in probably the next month. So we need to order all the lighting fixtures. Kayla's gonna come with me because she has to write everything down. Then we're gonna jump on the old Amazon and start ordering some stuff. All right, let's grab the pad and paper. Let's get to measuring. We're gonna go ahead and get new lighting in here like we already said, but we are going to replace these, right? But I like this size. Do you think this is a good size?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we get 9 of them. So it'd be 3 for each bay. 4 foot by 2 foot. So we need 9 4-foot by 2 foot, 4,000 lumen garage. All right. And then the electrician, they're going to go ahead because there's no wires ran to any of these except those 3. So they're gonna go ahead and put all the 6 new ones in. All right, let's move over to this one. Here again, there's actually no electric ran in here, but they're just gonna go ahead, jump stuff off of this box, I think, and put one right here. And we just need something close to the, like, kind of flush mount. And we're gonna do, so this will be storage shed, right? And we're gonna do what? What did you want here?
We could do one of those circle ones.
1 circle LED. All right, and then like I said, in there they have a lot of electric to run in here because we're gonna do a switch. There's not a switch over there because at nighttime there's no lights whatsoever in here. There's no switch, there's no lights. They're gonna get all that stuff going on. Who knows where that thing goes? That's probably, don't stick your finger up there. I'm assuming it's not live, but in this building I wouldn't assume anything. In here we're keeping these for now, right?
Yeah.
Because this whole thing is going to be redone in the next 8 to 10 months, 8 to 12 months, somewhere around there. So we're gonna rip all this down, so there's no need to even get involved in that. This I like.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and keep that. Very cool. And then we definitely need more lights in here because you have that one, which is terrible.
Yeah.
And then you have this one, which is somehow just as bad as that one.
Yeah.
This is what we usually buy.
under the counter lighting here.
But these are the ones that we've been using. They're called the Moon and Minimalistic Design. And do you want to put 2 back to back there? You think that would look weird, or just put 1 in here and just keep that one?
Yeah, maybe just put that where that light is up there.
All right, so this one can.
We'll just keep that little one.
All right, so this one can go in there, and that'll be good for the kitchen. So we don't need anything for the kitchen. We do need one here, and it's gonna be the same moon, correct? Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be another one there. This one goes 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, 5,000, and 6,500 lumens. 6,500 lumens, you'd be looking at the moon or the sun. All right, so 1 moon in here. Into here, this one, another moon.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, so 1 more moon. That's 4 moons and 9 of the big lights. In here, this is perfectly fine. 100%. This is actually one of the best lit places we got is in here. We do need to go ahead and transfer all this over to the house and decorate the house with those.
Yeah.
And we'll have to put those in like a little bin or something. And then out here, now I'm pretty sure there has to be like outdoor fans compared to not outdoor fans, right?
Yeah.
You would think somebody's like, why don't you just grab one of those and put it out here? I'm not 100% sure if that works. I'm glad that the bees are still at work.
Oh my goodness.
Eating the deck alive. We still only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 bees.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're going at it.
Woodwork.
They're in shop class right now. They're definitely in shop class. And the funny thing is that it's just this one and it's that one over there. So I looked on Amazon. They do have spray that you spray in the holes. So we'll put that down because we have to do a big order here and we keep forgetting. And then out here, what they're gonna do is go ahead and put a mount here for something, for like a TV up there. And then they're gonna put a switch here or on the inside, it doesn't really matter where. And then we're gonna put a fan out here because we're planning to list out here. So you need lighting and you need stuff like that. So we need 1 outdoor fan. Other than that, our gate, that'll be a whole different project. That'll be like a whole probably video on the gate. It feels very nice out. Got a nice little breeze blowing. The police were over there the other day, across the room, across the way. I got binoculars and I can spy on people from up here.
No, he doesn't. No, you don't. Stop it. You're not.
Yes, I was. I wanted to know what the police were doing. You know, you gotta know. You gotta know what's going on in the neighborhood. Is it spying? Is it not spying? We don't know. So that's everything out there, correct? Mm-hmm. Done buying everything on Amazon. It is coming this way. Not cheap, but definitely necessary to get some better lighting in this place so we can actually list some good stuff here. And with filming, this light right here is killing it. We did just shoot a commercial for Whatnot, because again, we are sponsoring them for 30 days. And this is what we're selling on our next Whatnot show. It's going to be May 3rd. All these are going up for $1. $1. If you guys remember the storage unit here, most of them still don't have insoles, but we picked the best ones, wiped them down, make sure that they're legit, and they are going to be good to go for $1. And they're variety of sizes, which is nice. A couple youth sizes in here, a couple adult sizes in here. So come out and see that show, and even a little baby size. So we did that to move that in here where I can get this table clean, and then I'm going to go ahead and list some items out of the last storage unit that we did. I got to get a couple listings up on eBay. I don't have 1,000 listings yet, and I'm nowhere near it. I am nowhere near 1,000 listings. I only have like 120. Kyla said, hey, wait a second. You showed what you're selling. I want to show what I'm selling. You have men and women's fashion, right?
Look how cute this is.
That thing is cute. What's that called?
I tried to pick out a lot of spring items. Or actually summer items. Spring, summer. That is Rusty Dusty.
That's the old Rusty Dusty. I remember picking Rusty Dusty up.
Yeah, we got some men's stuff.
Oh, yeah. We got some good golf gear for men's. We got Masters gear. Yeah, so this is going to be a really good show. I think we're going to have over 125 items maybe for sale, or 130 items. So it's going to be a good show. Early morning here, already been to the gymnasium. Came out here to check on bees. We still got 6 in that one, and we got a hornet in this one, but no other bees. But as you can tell, sawdust. There's 2 houses up here. But I did go ahead and read all y'all's comments, and I ordered some stuff off of Amazon to plug the holes, and we're going to treat the wood with some stuff that should be coming in, I think, today or tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and just finish that. There's only 2 actual bee holes here, but I'll tell you what, they have been putting in work because that's a lot of sawdust. It looks like, look, I mean, that bee is fairly destructive. And so we're going to do, actually, we had 2 sales. We're going to go ahead and pull those. One of those is that we did list yesterday. I did list all of the rainbow stuff out of that storage unit that you guys saw, and I parted it out, basically. I didn't do, like, the whole system. 1, it's easier to ship that way, and 2, I think that's actually going to sell maybe a little bit faster, and it was the SRX, the Rainbow SRX, which a lot of you already knew that and said, hey, that's a really good rainbow. It is, man. We turned that thing on, tested it out. That thing's amazing. But just this is just the attachments. I saran wrapped them, so it comes with the tray. They sold for $60 plus shipping, and then I listed about 3 to 4 pieces, and I think I listed the main piece for like $500, the power head for I think $300, and some other things. So it's about $1,000, I think, through everything. And then I also listed a concrete DeWalt nail gun for $300, which is right here. So it wasn't a ton of listings last night, but it was a lot of money that I listed. So sometimes that's just as good in my eyes, because we sell a couple things for $300. That ain't too shabby, but we haven't had a whole bunch of really high-end sales lately. It just has not happened. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull the other order. I think it's a golf club. I took an offer on it. I've been taking a lot of offers lately just to get things going. Oh, we had another sale. Early morning, C13. This was from a yard sale. I'm already well in the profit on this. This is some sort of PS PlayStation something. And this thing sold for $20 plus shipping. Who is that in the old... We have somebody pulling up in the driveway. What are you doing? I'm telling you, Amazon has it going on. I ordered this stuff at 8 o'clock last night, and I'm almost positive that that's going to be an Amazon driver. And they must use their own cars, because I got them on camera this morning around 6 a.m., I think. and we'll see what she does. This could be the B stuff. I'm gonna be so hyped up if it is. So the next item that's sold is a left-handed tailor-made 9.5 driver. The driver's in decent condition, not the best as you can tell, but also it needed a grip. And honestly, the grips nowadays cost like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. You're gonna have to go ahead and always think about that when you're buying golf clubs. I think I picked this up for maybe like 7 bucks and it sold for 30 plus shipping. Now let's go see what Amazon dropped off. So I bought some tape because I actually broke one of these. This thing right here has been annoying me for so long, and I finally got new tape guns. I don't use an actual tape gun, I use this, and the ears broke off of this thing, so the tape kept falling back on itself. You want to talk about annoying when you're packing 100 things and this, you keep having to take it and just get the tape up. It's super annoying. So we got 6 of those. It's gonna take me a while to break all those. Check it out. Here's the BB Gone Carpenter Bee Killer non-aerosol foaming spray. I think you shove it up in the hole. Listen, I understand people are like, you know, don't kill the bees. No, like bumblebees, like honeybees or whatever that pollinate, you know, flowers. I leave them alone. They're super important for the ecosystem. I actually would like to maybe get bees. I love honey. I love local honey. They say it actually helps with allergies and stuff. I don't suffer for a lot of allergies, but I eat a lot of local honey. It could be just a coincidence, but I eat a ton of honey. Not like a ton. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I eat a lot of honey. I love honey. And so I was like, dude, if I get some bees in the back, but no, honeybees, ones that pollinate the flowers, super important for the ecosystem. Carpenter bees, they ain't good for nothing, I'm pretty sure. I looked them up, destructive little animals. So what we're gonna do is hook this thing up. I think I shove it in a hole and it foams up. So we'll see what this thing looks like. Also in the bag was some of these little tiny magnets. I'm actually gonna put one of these in the trailer with the 3M tape up high, and I'm gonna put a couple knives on it so I don't forget them, but I probably will. And then also motion sensor lighting. We want to see if these things work for under the cabinets in here. Doing the under cabinet stuff is not in the budget, probably for a little bit, because we have to get the other electricity work done on here, and then we can add that maybe in a couple months or maybe 5 to 6 months away. We got to sell the other house. Super important we sell the other house before we start doing a ton of stuff. But Kayla wants the under lighting here so she can see her jewelry and everything. And it would be a lot better if it was electric, but boogie, woogie, woogie. We're going to use the battery ones just for now to see if they work. All right, so I got the nozzle all in there, and it's a foaming thing. So you stick this nozzle right there up in that hole. And they're also saying that it's a repellent. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do this. This is what it looks like every day. So every day I come out here, there's this much sawdust over here and this much sawdust over here. And so what we're going to do is go ahead, use this, and probably do an update like 2 days from now to see if it actually works. It's also repellent, so I might spray it around the hole, because they're saying if they're not in there, then also it helps them not come back. And then I got my turkey friends hanging out with me this morning up in the trees, warming their feathers for their daily flights. I'm starting to like them a lot. We got Victor, we got Victoria, we got Vance, the Vulture Gang. So the holes have been treated. I sprayed a lot of that stuff. I didn't read the label. I thought it was all natural, although I did clean all this stuff. Hey, honeybee, where you going? I mean, he wasn't a honeybee. It was old carpenter, buddy. I didn't read that. I thought it was all natural because it got it all over me, like up in my face and in my beard and stuff. I was like, not a big deal because I thought it was all natural. 100% not. It said if you get it on, you immediately wash it off because it is hazardous. So we're going to let this air out because it smells under here now like pesticide. So we're going to go ahead and let that simmer for a little bit. I cleaned the table. I cleaned the grill. We'll see if that stuff works out tomorrow. I won't mess with none of this. I won't clean anything off. And then tomorrow we'll come up here and check to see if that fixed. We also did get the corks that go in the little things. I read that you're supposed to like cork the holes. So the bumblebee or the, I keep calling bumblebee. It's not. Let's get that straight. Carpenter bee can't go back up in there. So we're going to get those. And this is funny because the stuff that I'm doing right now is I ordered it in the first part of this video. Amazon, I'm telling you, I'm an eBay guy. I like eBay. You get better deals on eBay. But if you need something fast, there's not much like 8-hour shipping. I don't even know how they do it. Like they got that down to a science. These right here. Oh, let's go see what the what these look like. The under cabinet lighting that Kayla wanted. And we did order all of the lights. Hopefully they'll be in. I think they're going to be in about a week. And then we'll go ahead and schedule the electrician. All right, so this is the light. It's not super bright, but it might help her out a little bit. And we can put on like the auto type of thing. So when our hand gets under here, the motion light stays on. Huh? Looks pretty good. What I did was, instead of using the factory stuff, I actually used the magnets that I bought that I was going to use in the trailer. Still got a whole bunch left. And these are actually magnetized on the bottom. So what you do is you just come over here, take it off to go ahead and charge the battery, and then see where the little magnets are. Then all you do is we can go ahead and snap it back into place. Good to go. They're on automatic, so they should shut off. And then when you come in here and start working, they'll turn back on. I don't know how good the battery life is, but for only like $14 with free shipping in 8 hours, we'll take it for a while. It does give her a little bit more light where you can see it. It actually looks really, really good. Looks like more of a display now if you take a look. I mean, that ain't too shabby is what I'm trying to say. All right, they are off. Let's see how good the motion works on them. Oh, wow, you just got to get fairly close to it. Look over here. Boom. How in the world is it picking me up? That's actually fairly impressive because it is up under here and that's the motion. How's that working? How do you know I'm here? It's pretty good. Nowadays, batteries last way longer. If you did that 10 years ago, you're recharging that thing like every day. Every day, like it would have to be recharged right now. We still have a battery, only one in the Ring camera that I don't remember when I did it, up in the front there, that goes off constantly because the Ferns still has half battery life. And it wasn't even fully charged when I put it up there. So batteries nowadays, they keep a good charge if it's a good battery. So what we're going to do today, we are going to list some stuff early on. I think it's only like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, something like that. 8:42, we're going to go ahead and jump on Locker Fox because there's a storage unit that we're trying to buy today, which would be great because both our trailers are empty and we have an empty dumpster. So we are fully ready to buy another one. I'll show you what it looks like. Two types of lockers that there's like a lean and then there's a manager's unit. And the manager's unit is usually when stuff is left voluntarily at the place, like at the storage place, and then they just put it up for auction. They shove everything in one locker. I never bid on those. I think I bid on one before, did fairly good, but usually you want the lean ones. Or this is where somebody has bought it in auction, cherry picked everything and then left it, and they usually get suspended and they can't do that again because you can't do that when it comes to these auctions. You have to remove everything. As you can tell right there, it says manager unit lean. We got old Salmon Fox 42 winning. Guess what, Salmon Fox? We'll be up against you here. It's at 5 hundos. I think it's going to go for 1,000. I thought it would probably go for a little bit less because it is a manager unit, but here's the deal. It's never been gone through at all. So I don't know if they just signed this over voluntarily, but look at all these boxes up here. All of them, I wouldn't say that is professionally done because all the boxes are different, but all of them have fragile things. There is probably some furniture back there that we really are not a huge fan of. So that's not that good. This one right here is another 10 by 10, and they don't give you a lot of pictures here on this one at all. You can tell though, there's probably not a lot of furniture. There is some packing tape in there, which is the only reason I say that's interesting because in the millionaire locker, they left the packing stuff in the unit because the person obviously probably already purchased it. And then we do like this one for one reason. It does say purses right there. And you know us, we like purses. And I don't know, that's the only pictures they give you of this. There's definitely some mystery there. Also, there is a ladder here, which I actually need for the house and the eBay, and then some other stuff. So I don't know which one we're gonna go after. We can only go after one. And the reason why we can only go after one is because we can only handle one in that trailer. These are 10 by 10s and they're stacked. Usually we can fit a 10 by 10 if it's stacked to the fullest in the truck and trailer. If there's a lot of furniture in there, that kind of gets thrown out the door. These don't look like they have a ton of furniture, so we'll probably be okay with that. I'm not seeing a lot of mattresses. And there's another one, a third one there, that is a 15 by 20. That's too big for us to handle. We cannot do a 15 by 20. They would not fit in the trailers. Now we could rent it and keep going back and forth, but this is about, I think, an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So we would rather just pick it all up in one fell swoop. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. We're trying to get either this one or this one. We got Fun Finds on this one. We got Salmon Finder 42 on this one. If you're watching this, I'm going up against you because I need one of these lockers today. I'll show you what my plans are today as I do this. It's about an hour and 10 minutes. So there's no reason just to sit there and stare at the counter and be like, well, what's gonna happen for an hour and 10 minutes? I don't really believe in multitasking. I believe in getting one thing done immediately. Does that make any sense? Like, that's why also someone was saying about why don't you just have a home gym? In the other house, we had a home gym. And what I did is I couldn't shut off my work, right? So like I'd be working out and doing work. And that's really not supposed to how you're supposed to lift weights, because my sets would be short, and then I would have a really long rest period in between them because I would have to lift something. I just couldn't turn it off. So going to the gym is definitely what I want to do now. And it's not that far away. I'm just going to have to learn to get up early and go to it. Now, what we got here, we need to organize and empty these bins. I know it doesn't look like a lot, and it's really not a lot. I've already listed most of the good stuff. We got a jersey here and some other clothes here. Xbox, I don't know how I'm going to, I don't have any games for that. And that's the worst thing is I got to get the games to actually get these things to work and to test them out. And then down here, we do have like a JBL. That's pretty nice right there. 500 watt. We got that out of the storage unit. And then we got this out of the storage unit. But yes, these storage lockers are just a big gamble. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And hopefully you got to win more than you lose to make it worth it. Like I said, I'm going to sit here for the next hour and 12 minutes. Let these things count down. I might pack the orders up real quick and then list those things. Well, y'all know that we're going to, we've already looked at both of these. Kayla wants the top one and I want the bottom one. We cannot buy both of them. We don't have the means to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and flip a coin to see which one we bid the hardest on. So we'll let you call it. So whatever you call will be the top one.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Is that the one I want? Yeah.
Yeah, you want the top one.
So I'm gonna pick heads.
Tails, we're going for the bottom one.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll see. You know what we should do? They're not allowing you to rent these, or we would buy both and see which one was better. But we don't have the means to do that. So what we'll do is I'm actually on Locker Fox. I can only be the leader of one. On storage units, I can be the leader of like 50 because I have their program. I might have to do that on Locker Fox because right now I can't even bid on the other one. So we gotta wait for this one to end before I can bid on the other one.
So we'll never even know which one was the best one.
We'll never know.
But we'll know if this one's going to be good or not.
Yes.
So we're going for the second one?
Well, right now I can't bid on it because I'm the leader of this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So kind of a weird turn of events, as I just explained, that I'm not allowed on their website to do more than one or have more than one leaderboard. And nobody ever outbid me. So we won because I had bid on that one first because that's the one Kayla wanted. Then I was like, man, the other one looks good too. But guess what? Kayla got exactly, the coin didn't matter because she got exactly what she wanted. We actually won the one that she wanted for $510. I think that's a good deal. I know there's going to be a lot of furniture in here, so we will bring Dolly. We'll go ahead and get the trailer hooked up. It's a big unit and it is packed. So we're going to probably have to throw stuff in the back of the truck, like most of the boxes and everything. So it will take a while to get this one loaded, and it's an hour and a half away. We already called the storage people and said, hey, can we pick it up today? They're going to call me back just to confirm. That's getting more and more important because there are more and more storage units going to unmanned locations, which that means that nobody's there. So you have to go ahead and say, hey, I'm coming at this time, and they'll meet you there. But we're going to go ahead, hook the trailer up, get some drinks, grab Dolly, and then head up there and pick up that unit. Hey, Dolly, wake up. It's time to get to work. So we are back from picking up that storage unit. It was a 10 by 10 and it was stacked to the top. And somehow Kayla and I fit all of that in the trailer. We had a whole bunch in the truck because we thought it was going to rain in the back of the truck. And we were like, this is not going to work. And luckily it did fit in the trailer. So we know now 100% that a 10 by 10 stacked to the top of mostly boxes will fit in that trailer, but it's completely full. This might be a really awesome storage unit, or it might be, you just don't know what's in the boxes. All these boxes were actually taped up, like fully taped up, and then everything was actually in blankets, so we didn't see anything. But I was right. The person that I was saying that it was a manager's lien unit, and something was kind of weird about that. Basically, what happened was the person signed it over to him. They didn't want to be late on their rent or whatever, and they said, I can't take it. I got nowhere place to put it. Nobody wants it. I don't want it. And they signed everything over to the storage place, and they just go ahead and auction it off. So there's a lot of like kitchenware, a lot of crystal stuff, a lot of stuff saying like vintage or elegant, and a whole bunch of different things. So it should be a good video. We're probably going to go ahead and do that Monday or Tuesday, where you're slightly tired because that thing was packed full of a lot of heavy stuff too. But I think we're going to go ahead, unhook the trailer, put it on this block, and then maybe go up to the Grind real quick, which is right up the street. That's a little lunch place. Probably get a little bite to eat, and I think after that, because we didn't eat anything today. I don't think we're trying to go down on the calories, but that is difficult. I'm finding it to be super difficult to eat less calories because I like to eat. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing squared away, put this away. We did have a couple sales, I'll go ahead and tell you. And I'm looking over here. I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking over here. Those weeds grow so fast. I just cut the grass like 3 days ago. So what I'm gonna have to do is somehow get a sprayer and come back here and maybe spray them a little bit better because they grow ridiculously quick. Back from the Grind in a super delicious place to eat, especially lunch. It's actually like lunch kinda dinner, but we were super hungry. Check this out. This is what I actually brought y'all in the house to show you, is that we did keep some of those glass, like crystal things from the Millionaire Locker, and Kayla's been putting them around the house because, and this is a good spot for it. Here is actually one of the crystals, and you can tell there's some rainbows right there, and she was trying to get it to shoot light through the crystal, and check it out. It actually is putting rainbows all over the house. How cool is that? And she was trying to figure out a place to do it. That's the only one so far that we've been able to figure out a good spot where the sun hits it just right. In the living room, actually the front of the house does not face the sun. The sun comes from the sides of the house. So we have a couple more here. If you guys remember, we did keep this this right here. That's not a crystal, that's just the perfume bottle, but this crystal is wild. This thing is probably one of the coolest ones that we have. See how blue it gets and stuff? So we've been trying to put that somewhere. And then this one right here has some really nice things in it. And then this one over here also, we're gonna try to put someplace to throw those colors around the house. It's just really cool. We only have like one window, maybe that one right there, but the kitchen window is a good spot for it. It's very nice and pretty looking. I just thought y'all would enjoy it is what I'm saying. And we gotta put Dolly back. Dolly worked a lot today, so she deserves a rest. That's all I used was Dolly and some furniture movers. That and our back door is not shutting properly, so we want to go ahead and get new locks for the entire like the whole place, all new locks that are going to be like smart locks, so we know when they're locked, when they're not locked, just because there are a lot of doors and you kind of forget which one's locked and which one isn't locked. I know that sounds stupid, but we can't remember nothing. So what we're going to do, go ahead, unload the truck. Kayla and Willow are back there taking a walk. We have dented the tailgate amazingly bad a couple times with, it's so weird, this tailgate and the trailer, when you put the trailer on and you put the tailgate down, this hits the trailer. Horrible design because the neck of the trailer is too small. So what's happening is we're just denting our tailgate. It's dented now, there's no fixing it. These trucks nowadays are not made of a whole bunch of good like solid steel. I think it's aluminum. Dent's super easy. So what we're gonna do is the next trailer we buy hopefully has like a bigger neck because it's kind of annoying to not be able to put your tailgate down to load the bed of the truck. Back here and see what the girls are up to. I heard them back here running around. Oh, there's old Willow. Check her out. What are you doing? What is it? She said, "Hi, Dad. What are you doing?" What's old Willow do? Look at her. She said, "I'm out of here, Dad. I had my exercise." That dog is the funniest dog. She'll want to go outside so bad and just want to go outside so bad. And then she'll go outside and run around for 10 minutes and say, "Listen, I'm a couch potato. I'm going back in the house." All right, I couldn't wait a whole day to check this out to see if they're boring holes anymore. As you can tell, take a look. I'm not seeing any more sawdust. That's actually not sawdust. That could be sawdust, actually. And there's nothing over here. We still only have, we have one wasp in there in that one. Maybe that's scaring those away. But in here, we definitely have captured more. I think we're up to 7 carpenter bees. 3 eBay sales. One just came in. So a Simply Safe smoke detector sold for 20 bucks plus shipping. This is brand new, open box. I got it at the Goodwill for only like $3. And then this guy right here got it at a yard sale. This is a Callaway Big Bertha 5 wood, I believe. And this sold for $22 plus shipping. And then I just listed this brand new DeWalt battery for 65 bucks. and that's sold for 65 bucks plus shipping. You can sell batteries. You just have to make sure you say that there's lithium batteries inside of the package and then ship it accordingly. It cannot go priority. There has a hazmat thing on it. So just make sure you do the regulations, but new batteries can be sold. So we're in the garage. We're going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. There's stuff just around, and I need to keep it clean in here because it will just, if you don't constantly, I'm telling you, constantly clean, it catches up on you. I was reading a lot of the comments here just recently, and there's a couple that I want to just clarify. I did read one about Willow. Does she like the water? Absolutely, she loves the water. And we are thinking about getting her like a little kiddie pool for the summertime so she can go in there and lay down. Kayla's parents don't live that far from us and have like a above ground pool, and Willow loves to get in, and you wouldn't believe this, she actually floats. Like, I've never seen a dog do this, but I'm sure dogs do. My old dog would never do this. She actually floats on the float, and you can push her around the pool, and she just chills out. I'm telling you, it's the most chillest dog ever, but she's just not nice to other people. I don't understand her. But super chill dog. Another question was about the dumpster. I was saying it was $5 a day in addition to the flat rate that is. That dumpster, the biggest dumpster, costs $350 on pickup. Actually on drop off, and then pick up and you can't go over a certain weight. Then it's $5 a day after that, after 2 weeks for us. So it is expensive. That's why, you know, these storage units do cost money, but it's a lot better than us trying to get rid of it at the actual storage location. But those dumpsters are not cheap. Somebody I saw today say that their dumpster rate for that size was like $385. Ours is $350. So they are not just $5 a day. I meant to clarify that one. Another comment about the millionaire locker and what we had left and what we actually sold and where we sold it. And they said, hey, if you sold it on Whatnot or eBay, you lost out on a ton of money. And we researched a ton of stuff. We really, really did when it came to that locker. And I had my sister, my dad helping me research. We kept all the jewelry. We did not sell one piece of jewelry from that locker. It's actually sitting in a safety deposit box in a bank in this town, and we haven't had it even looked at. We were just like, you know what? Let's just get a box. We don't have the really time to go through it right now. Put it in there, rainy day fun, and one day we'll get around to it. We're not super, we don't want to sell it and then, you know, nothing like that. We just want to keep it for rainy day fun. It can stay in there until we sell it, then we'll be good to go. Any type of gold we get now goes straight in that box. And like I said, in 10 to 15 years, we might look into it and say, hey, how much it's worth, and then go from there. But we didn't sell any of the jewelry. Let that be known. Another one was, you know, that we lost a lot of money because we didn't send it to high-end auctions. And the only thing that I would send to those auctions would probably be the brass, bronze fruit or vegetables. And I just haven't sent them the pictures yet. We did sell a couple, and most of them went to y'all. So I'm glad that, you know, if you got a super good deal, I would say like 99% of the stuff that was sold at that unit went to you guys who bought it from me. So I'm so happy that you got a good deal on it. I really, really am. You guys support us just by watching. And if you got a smoking deal on something, that makes me happy. We did really good on that unit, and I wasn't trying to get, like, I know it sounds crazy, but I'd rather give y'all good deals, and then instead of sending it to these high-end auctions where they might take 30 or 40% of the cut, and they only get a certain amount more than what I could get for. Because we sold a couple things for over $1,000 on eBay, and we only paid $600 for the unit, and I got a whole bunch of gold still sitting in a safety deposit box. I'm doing all right. That was a pretty good unit. I'm ready to move on and everything, but we sold everything. We have a ton of Christmas stuff left that will be sold in July and in Christmas. And but everything else after the last Whatnot show is completely gone. We have nothing left from that unit other than the bronze vegetables that we're going to probably send off and see if somebody can sell them better because they're just not moving on eBay. But everything else is sold. We got a couple of sculptures left. The big elephant, the big bronze elephant, I actually gave that to my dad. People were asking about that. He's got the old elephants. And a couple of the other sculptures, they've already sold. A lot of the other elephant stuff sold that went to you guys. So we just appreciate all the support, honestly. And if I could sell it to you guys for a better price, I'm happy with that. I really, really am, because without y'all, I can't do what I do without y'all watching and purchasing stuff for us. So we're going to go ahead. It is a Friday. We have a big day tomorrow when it comes to yard sales. Getting up super early. There's a lot of community yard sales tomorrow. And then also our Whatnot show in the evening. So we're going to just call it a day. I think it's around 6 o'clock. We got a lot done today. We're a little bit tired from that storage unit. I might just put around the garage a little bit, clean up, throw some stuff in the dumpster, and then go relax with Kayla and Willow. Real quick, though, Cub check. It's doing pretty good. We do appreciate everybody that watches. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. I was done, but I walked in and Kayla did add more of the prisms that I showed you. So you got this one now, this one, which is gorgeous. And then she did go ahead and add, this is my favorite one. And it does shoot, look at all this. It is shooting little rainbows everywhere in your kitchen. I think it's super cool. I mean, they're like literally just filling up the kitchen with all types of cool rainbow prisms. Well said, Ma, you did a real good job.
Thank you very much.
You did a real good job.